Previously, on Penumbra, Overture.
Go to the meat. Go to the meat. Go to the meat. Go to the meat. Ruck. Ruck. Ruck.
We are now such good and lasting friends.
Oh, sure. What if I wanted to read the newspaper? Kill. Take key. I see. Aha. And metal key. Door. Open. Out. Open. Oh. I don't like that this is following. Shouldn't I have full control over my mouse? Hello? Why? Can I... Okay. Okay, that fixed it. Jesus Christ. Ew. Ew. Professor, these are the biomedical journals of Dr. J. THERES, Master of Science, PhD, completed between the dates of 30th March 1969 and 1st January 1972, at the Northwestern Research Station within the Northwestern Iron Mine with the permission of Delta Mining Corp. Republican of selected extracts left at the disposal mine foreman. Subject of study, genus Rhyocophila, commonly gray rockworm. Aim to investigate the abnormal presence of the caddis in the Greenland rock. Method, collection of samples if needed. They can be identified correctly. Standard size series of testing, observation, and dissection. Personal notes. Upon arrival at the mining facility, I was immediately stunned by the sheer volume of fauna that finds a way of life down here, despite the conditions. In general, one would assume that species whose natural habitat is past a certain depth would find the intrusion of human activity too great a threat to remain in place. However, almost the exact opposite seems to be the case in this instance. It is curious that certain areas of the mine appear to be entirely without life of any kind, and yet other deeper areas are teeming, and were the situation permitting, I would embrace the opportunity to commit further time to the study of these organisms. However, the purpose of my stay here shall continue to be the genus Rhyocophila. Me. Excuse me. Ah, finally. Some writing paper. Look at me, just using up the pages to scrawl whatever comes into my head. Ha. What is this stuff anyway? Some kind of research paper? No matter. It's paper all the same. I can finally record what's been happening down here for, I suppose, about a year now. It must be near the end of 2001 by now. Huh. I wonder when Christmas was. No matter. Too tired to write now. We'll rest a little first. Professor, samples collected. The selection process has been easier than I anticipated. The setup of the artificial environment for the rockworm went without a hitch, and the specimens themselves are so abundant as to make keeping them out more challenging than containing them. They are all healthy size, perhaps even beyond recorded size, and I can only assume that this is due to some lack of natural predators down here. Specimens are as follows: 3 adults in artificial habitat, 2 larvas, infants dead. Yeah, I threw them against the wall. I've been down here for 2 days now. Was meaning to record events every day, but was too busy in the area. I've used some supplies from the old mining system to wall myself in here. It seems as safe a place as any, so those things should at least stay put for a while. To that end, it seems I've had pretty lucky stumbling here. All this old research is about something similar to what's been hunting me ever since I escaped the shelter 4 days ago. Don't get me wrong, after what they did to me back there, I'd rather be facing anything else, and after almost a year of fighting for our lives, we didn't really stand a chance anyway. I don't know how many are left inside. But this is good. These notes might have some way to fight these things, the rockworms that followed me here. I don't know how they knew I was coming. or how they managed to follow me in the dark, but maybe I can work that out now. I found some old newspaper clippings, I guess. They're referring to this mine. I had no idea it was so old, so big. I can see now why they built the facility here in the first place. A lot of history buried down here. It worries me, though. We'd been resting all our hopes of rescue on one of the scientists who escaped right near the start of it all. He got out almost as the chaos begun, so we figured he might have made it out and brought help, but maybe me and him are due the same fate. I must record what's been going on, give the word to the answers it needs, so that it doesn't fall prey to what's been released down here. But first we need to worry about myself and find a way out of here and work out how to kill these worm things. Back to the professor. Jesus Christ, this note. Observations. The creatures are indeed larger than previously been recorded. The juveniles still seem to be growing far beyond their natural limits, although the adults have now expired. I will watch with interest to see what the lifespan of this particular subspecies. The worms appear to have 3 senses, as would be validated by previous research: taste, smell, and an extremely sensitive sense of touch, which allows them to detect vibrations in the rock in the same way that the human eye senses beams of light and processes them into spatial images. Their natural prey is insects smaller than themselves, and heaven help those insects, because the worm is a vicious and efficient killer. Like the spiders. Okay, back to this guy. He's wrong. They have no sense of smell. Today I attempted to distract him with a concoction I found lying around, but to no avail. However, it does seem that they detect movement via vibrations, which would explain how they can see in the dark. Damn, there's almost no way to escape them down here. I'm on their territory now. Lifespan is 3 days and counting. I can still hear them outside the wall. As an extra precaution, I've locked myself in the smaller study area connected to the main lab room. If they get through the wall, I doubt this door will stop them, but it's better than nothing, barely. Okay. Professor, conclusions! Oh, my puppy's moving. The subspecies of genus Rhyocophila is highly adapted for the environment. If released above the surface, it seems likely that it would quickly destroy the existing rock worm population, and soon after that the population would grow to a size far outstripping its own food supplies. Given its increase in size and lifespan already due to the unknown conditions, I would hypothesize that the worm, if left in such conditions for a reasonable period of time, perhaps 3,000 to 4,000 years, could grow up to 3 inches, making it a total of almost 1 foot long. However, should those conditions change or indeed magnify, physical evolution could occur more rapidly. Yeah, like being the size of a fucking truck. Okay, it is 5th day today, and I swear they have begun to surround my location. I can't tell whether or not they have breached the wall I built, but I'm certain they've entered whatever area surrounds this room. The future looks increasingly bleak. I intended to record here the events of the past year in hopes that perhaps what occurred could be contained or driven away. Now I realize I could write all I wanted to. No one will ever make it down here to read it. So I write this now. Good question. I have no answer. All I do know is I'd rather take my own life than die at the jaws of those hideous monsters. I have tied a noose. Those monsters may feed upon my corpse, but they won't take my life. Okay. Nice. Are you in here? Well, he was. Okay. Okay, well, y'all have overstayed your welcome. Yep. Okay. Slugs. Okay, big slugs. Nothing in there. Green-blooded. Are there any... ooh. Controls. No, there's nothing in there. Okay, well, I really... I really don't want to go in there. I don't seem to be able to. Good. Good. Yeah. Okay, good. Good.
While you hunt for those delicate, melt-in-your-mouth mousy morsels, there are places you should not go, for fear of death.
Uh-huh.
The Reaper lives here, just like you and I. And just like you and I, he must ingest the living flesh of those less fortunate than him. There is a small place that I do not want you to visit, even on your holidays, because it is dark and even a place that I've been. When the darkness has overwhelmed my small decaying mind, Some bad things flowed from my mind through my pen. The brilliant blue ink itself seemed to turn to blood to my grace. And by the way, should you turn peckish, red is at its finest sautéed with a little engine oil.
Okay. I just want to double check to make sure that there was nothing else in there that I needed. Yup, of course there was. There was something I missed. See, I don't normally like using walkthroughs, okay? But considering this game, right, it's really not doing me any favors in terms of how to figure this shit out. Is it not this one? Okay. Is it this one? No. That there are just some puzzles I can't for the life of me fucking get. Right. Yeah, here we go. There we go. About darkness and blood and feeling alone and okay. However, because there's a black light, where is it? Is it this? Yeah. So you're supposed to click on the paper that you have in your inventory in the light room, and it gives you a code to the door. 1371. How would you know to do that? I don't know. But I have videos to make, and I don't want to be running around in circles wasting your time and having like a 20 long series or 20 long episode series of me just running around not knowing what the fuck to do, right? And I feel like I am pretty smart. I enjoy escape rooms. I have a degree. I work my butt off, you know. But there are just some things that don't feel fair, you know? Okay, there is a door here somewhere that has a lock on it. I remember that. But I don't remember where, and I don't have a map in front of me. I don't like how everything gets wide when I... Shit. Is it chasing me? I know it howled, but like... Okay, was it this way? What was this? Oh, yes. Okay, so this is where I came in. Okay. That is not the door. Was it the refinery or shaft 12? So I'm here. So I'll just keep following the right wall. Because either way, I'll hit the refinery first and then I'll hit shaft 12. I gotta go this way though. See, I could have him chase me and kill him, but that is a lot of work for not that great of a reward, right? When I could just try and get by him just to get to that door and then just be done with this area. Then I don't have to waste painkillers and stuff, too. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna go that way. He's gonna go that way. And I'll squeeze by him to get to the refinery. And he won't see me. And he won't see me. And he won't see me. Was this it? It's locked. I assume then I did this area and it doesn't want me to go back. So it is probably 12, right? Yeah, you're gonna keep going. And I'm going to just go. Shit. Don't come this way. Oh, you fucker. How about you don't do that? Oh, that's fucking unfortunate. Oh, okay. I was just here. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, did I come from shaft 12? I just came from shaft 12. Okay, where the fuck was I supposed to go? I gotta go to section C. Shit, fuck. Okay. Bless you, puppy. Okay, section C is if I follow the right wall and go over there. Okay. So that was a dead end. So I need to get by this dog and go right past him and go right. Don't see me. Don't see me. You don't see me. You don't see me. Okay. I gotta go this way. Oh, yeah, okay, I fucking was just here. Oh my god. And I just didn't go down. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Okay. Anyways. The 1371. Okay, door. Okay. Ow. Ow, ow, okay. Fuck. Fuck.
The hunger is becoming rather uncomfortable.
Okay, ow. I hit one of the dogs finally. Fuck.
I
Okay.
am held captive by a wall of stone in the northeast of the mine. As in any drama, there are many roles to be
Yeah,
played.
okay. Okay, dog over there. Oh, don't come this way.
Really, the hunger is becoming rather uncomfortable here. How far away are you? You cannot be far. I am held captive by a wall of stone in the northeast of the mine. As in any drama, there are many roles to be played. You must act the scientist in mixing potions, act the renegade in plots of destruction. On your travels for the tools with which you will fashion my rescue, you may discover the place of my last meal. Be careful. The shiny, solid floor of water is not as solid as it seems. Poor Red was almost swallowed whole. The two foolsy men who plummeted into my domain have long since departed, though not I expect from whence they came. I ate ravenously of biped meat that day, but Red promises feasting only began when the man became pungent, when the stench of life had gone, and only the sweet aroma of decay remained.
No, I don't like that you stopped. Don't come this way. You didn't see me. Okay, well, I can kill this dog, or I can try to. Okay, actually, where am I gonna hide? Probably over here, right? Ow, fuck, there's another one. Oh, why is there another one? Oh my god, why is there another one? That's unfair. That's not fair. That's not fun.
The hunger is becoming rather uncomfortable here. How far away are you? You cannot be far. I am held captive by a wall of stone in the northeast of the mine. As in any drama, there are many roles to be played. You must act the scientist in mixing potions, act the renegade in plots of destruction. On your travels for the tools with which you will fashion my rescue, you may discover the place of my last meal. Be careful. The shiny, solid floor of water is not as solid as it seems. Poor Red was almost swallowed whole. The two foolsy men who plummeted into my domain have long since departed, though not I expect from whence they came. I ate ravenously of biped meat that day, but Red promises feasting only began when the man became pungent, when the stench of life had gone, and only the sweet aroma of decay remained.
Okay. Last will and testament of Joe Freeman. Final thoughts. I, Joe Freeman, would like to leave all of my personal belongings to my sister May in the knowledge that she will distribute them wisely. Excuse me. We always used to say, better to die young than to never live at all. I guess we're gonna get our wish. I know enough about survival to realize I won't be surviving much longer. Jono, my buddy, I just don't know. My left leg is broken in 3 places, and I suspect I may have shattered my pelvic bone. 3 hours ago, after we'd set up camp, Jono set off to find some useful timber for the fire. When we got back, he was very excited. I couldn't work out what had got him so agitated, but I went along with it all the same. I should have recognized the signs. Soon after, he got worse. He jumped me when I turned away, burying my face in the snow, tried to suffocate me. I still don't know what he found in the ice to enrage him so. Lucky for me, the ground gave way and we both fell. I landed on ice and desperately clawed my way onto more solid ground. I was running on adrenaline. I didn't notice the pain. I just knew that if I was going to die, I didn't want to die in the frozen water beneath me. When you fall into a frozen lake, you don't just drown or freeze to death. Your whole body seizes up from the cold. Every instinct tells you to swim for the side, but your body won't let you. You gradually dip under the surface. Your last breath expelled when you fell, but you don't drown there and then. Your body shuts everything down, survives on what strength you have left. You can last for an hour just floating there, slowly dying. So now I'm lying here, my soaked Gore-Tex slowly freezing me in place. Me on one side of the lake, Jono trapped on the other. I'm worried about him. From what I can see from his side, his arm is dislocated, his shoulder blade fractured, and his wrist broken. I can't hear anything he yells, but he looks to be constantly muttering to himself, testing the ice with a crowbar from his pack. I don't know how he can stand the pain or where his strength is coming from, but at any rate, something strange happened to him. Fortunately for me, he can't cross the ice. It'll give way under his weight. The only way to cross the ice would be to carefully spread your weight evenly across the surface, and he looks in too much of a rush for that. There's a lot of drugs in my system right now. I have another bottle of painkillers. There's enough to finish the job. I always said I'd rather die pushing the boundaries than drift away in my sleep. I guess I didn't mean that after all. I'd rather gently slip away than die cold or bleeding. He got the mania. I just... Fuck, that's a piss off. I hit the wrong button and ate my painkillers. Okay. There, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. Okay, well... I'm sure there's a way across here. Looks solid, but not much down here. Won't catch me checking across that. I assume that's death, right? Oh, it's not.